Most High gave his word to everybody, right?
That bond is you living out right now. That bond is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right.
First breath I took, a life too surreal. Second breath I took was the pivot and strike, finish the kill. Influenced by might, with every sentence reveal, I won't pay back, fuck a dollar bill. Remain calm as the pressure build. Gotta endure until I let this pump whistle at my foes in memory of Emmett Till. I only live to do my master's will. It's UPK, motherfucker. Ain't no cowards on this battlefield. Gone astray but made greater. In my return, left to my mistakes. Every error was a lesson learned. Now I don't move unless it get approved. Won't take a step till it get confirmed. Armed and tape, what was made for our sakes. March like a tank. One step will make the ground shake. My people sick in their head, Lord, let this truth spread like an outbreak and bring hell at them crackers can't escape. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I want payback for the scars in enslaved memoirs. Till Christ arrive, I can't let it slide. Ignore the lies. The only free will that's before your eyes is life or death, nigga, you decide. This heaven was made for me and my fellow. I patiently wait with my eyes on the sparrow, and I pull the trigger while my lips kiss the barrel. Before I ever let a white bitch do me like Othello. I want out this wicked life like Romello. By any means, this devil pulling strings like Geppetto. Lay hold on this brotherhood, I swear I never let go. And fuck that silver spoon, got too much love for the ghetto. Till the score settle, if need be, I die for the cause. Just to hear them angels applaud. And I'm true by every word I say, cause I know my victory on the way. You want it? Nigga, walk this way. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with the angels, boy, I can't be touched. This life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. Came through in the clutch, they hate but they can't doubt us. We princes of the power, what you know about us? Evil all around us, but a nigga straight, I told you I can't be touched. Holy angels walk at my pace, and I'm grateful for the words that had me delivered. I'm hungry for the glory, but I ain't eating till I feed my next. One West, what I die for. Attire out the book of Numbers, this rifle from the Archangel Michael. My niggas rebels, you can't deny them. It's 144, I be running to and fro with the Allah higher. My UPK soldiers ain't no folding or pretending. We in it for them crowns, fuck friends, we want dominion. In the election ascension, I hope I make it through. Give a damn what a bitch think, as long as my niggas know I'm true. Betrayed your kind to get success. We make it through the eye of the needle, nigga. I be this life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. And could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? And why you look so tough? Cause it's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched. Life may be hard, but I can't give up. I'm about to go hard and I won't give up. Could you tell me about this God that you feel so much? look so tough. It's real, I be walking with them angels, boy, I can't be touched.
Shalom, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Barakatahu, Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Hashem, Yahweh Shah. We are ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, way back in 1969. And today, 2022, under Commandant General Hannah, we go throughout the earth teaching the truth of the Bible to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And that truth is that the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans are in fact the lost children of Israel, and your oppressor is the Bible, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I'm Priest and Officer Mashah, coming to you from ISUPK Detroit, and today is Friday, and this is the LaShawan Qadash, the Holy Tongue. This is your language. The reason we teach this class is simple. This is your language. This is the first language of the earth. This is the language the Most High gave us after the Tower of Babel. What you're looking at on the board right now is the Assyrian script. It's called the Assyrian script. It is, in fact, our language, the alphabets of our language, written as it would have been written in Assyria. This is the Assyrian script. We're going to keep putting this down for you like this, because there's a lot of stuff out there that's written in this script. But we also going to keep teaching you also the paleo, which we're going to put up after this, right? So let's get with it, let's get started. We start like we do every week with the alphabet, with the characters of our language. These are the characters written in the Assyrian script. This is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, still one here, Ya, and Ka. In pronunciation, let's not get the Cha mixed up with the Ka, all right? We're going to come back to this Ta. One more time from the top. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, and Ka. All right? Now, what we just gave you is how we will be in the class referring to each character. Also, we're giving you the primary sounds of that character. Okay, when we go to the paleo, the ancient script, we're going to explain something else about the sounds of our characters. But what you're getting right now is the primary sound that each character makes. One more time from the top, we have the A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, and Ka. Right? You got that? Now I want you to notice right there, and you will notice as we keep going, right? I want you to notice right there, there is one vowel sound there. Ah. See that? Ah is a vowel sound. There's no eh, no e, no u, u, as far as vowel sounds go in the Hebrew. Makes it much easier to read and to pronounce. You have two basic vowel sounds. We're going to get to the next one shortly. All right. Let's keep going. We left off with ka. So we got the la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. Okay? See that? One more time. La, ma, na, sa, I. Let's stop right there. That's the second vowel sound. All right? That's the second vowel sound is I. Okay? I know when you hear people, different people do the greeting to the sisters, they say Shema Ilata. No, that is improper. It's Shema Alata. I is that second vowel sound. See? And it would be spelled like this. I. See that? I know y'all think I'm writing backwards, right? No, we write from right to left. One more time. La, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. Okay? We write from right to left, not left to right. Okay? We read right to left, not left to right. Okay? This is not shalakwa. This is not nawa nawa shala. That's not what that says. Why is this important? Well, let's take a pause here before we get the rest of this. There was a stone found some years ago in an archaeological dig when they were digging up what's known as some Indian ground, right? They was digging up some Indian ground, and they found a damn stone that had markings on it. Actually, it was paleo markings. And they call it the Bath Creek Stone. The Bath Creek Stone. And they took it and they put it in the Smithsonian or in one of those museums, okay? And they put it away. Nobody could read it. Well, here came a fella, and they had it just sitting up on the shelf, on the display shelf in the back somewhere. Nobody could read it, and they had it up there. And the fellow who could read Paleo Hebrew came in and looked at it. He said, "Oh, this is very interesting. Where you find it?" And they had their conversation. And finally, the curator, the worker, whoever it was, came around to saying, "Look, man, we really want to figure out what it says." You know what the man told him? He said, "First of all, you have it upside down." This is why it's important to know which way we read, which way we write, and what our characters look like. They couldn't do anything with it because they had it upside down, and they didn't know they had it upside down. And these are historians, I guess. If you work in a history museum, guess you're supposed to be some type of historian, right? Well, they had it upside down. So now we make it clear that how we read. We print out the characters, whether it's here in the Assyrian or here in the Paleo, we print them out so you can see it. Because these are, if you've never looked at this before, these would be quite unfamiliar to you, so they could actually be turned upside down and you wouldn't know what you were looking at. However, for those of you that have been in the class for a minute or two, if I was to come in and write this stuff upside down, you would immediately recognize, wait a minute, what is Mashad doing? Why is he writing upside down and backwards, you see? because you know the basic principles. We read from right to left, from right to left. All right, we're gonna go over these one more time. When I'm going over the letters and I'm pronouncing them, it behooves you to announce to pronounce them as well. It behooves you to pronounce them as well. Okay, why do we do that? Because you want to get used to the sounds rolling off your tongue. Even when I'm reading on the Sabbath, some days I get a little stuck, you see. But the more I read, the more I practice, the more I sound out words, the easier it becomes. This is no magic trick. You have to practice this over and over and over and over again. All right, from the top, remember now, we have two vowel sounds, just two. We have the I and the I, okay? It doesn't matter which script you're using, you have the I and the I, okay? Here we go from the top. I, ba, ga, da, ha, say it with me. Wa, za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha. Got that? Do you have that? Okay. Let's erase that. Well, if you haven't copied it down, I don't know, it's a little more difficult for me to write this than it has been. So if you need time to write it down, I'll give you about 30 more seconds. Give you about 30 more seconds to write that down. Okay? Talk with the new brother in the school, new student, being that all black, doing the right thing. He didn't cross the line, come on over here and gotten that all black. You see, he didn't join his brothers. This is why we have beginners class. This is why all the classes don't progress to an intermediate level. You see that? Don't progress all the way to an intermediate level and just keep going and never go back to the beginning, because we have brothers and we have sisters coming in every day. We have brothers and sisters coming in every day into the school, into the truth. And if we was on some Yahweh Shem Shabbat on the first day they was in here, and this is what we write, I'm going real fast, how would they ever get a chance to start? Where would they get the basics from? You see. Where would they get the basics from? If you want to equate it, this is the kindergarten class. There's going to be a ton of LaShawan Qadash classes going on today. Some are going to be much more advanced. If you've been in this class some time, I do advise you, encourage you to go check into those classes, those advanced classes, and study with those brothers. You understand? Because we do go over the same material, the same basic material quite often in this class. In fact, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the time over the weekend, over this next week, and go through the different LaShawan Qadash classes and see if I can put to, as far as difficulty, put them in some sort of rank, and try to be back with you next week with recommendations, what other classes to attend. Slovakia, LaShawan. I'm gonna give y'all some music. I gotta take a quick break here. Give y'all some music to listen to. I'll be right back.
Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. There's nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Sabi got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. Hey! One way! One way! One way! One way! One way! Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga. I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga. I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit.
Shalom. How about you, my Shabbat? We are back. Slovakia for that. You know, we stay busy up here in these schools, and all the schools, we stay busy. So we got some other stuff going on, but I had to take care of that real quick. But we're back to the lesson. Again, this is the Assyrian script. What we've learned so far, we got the Paleo script. We're gonna deal with that next. We got we've given you the primary sounds of each character or of each letter, Abba, Gada, etc. These are the primary sounds. You'll understand in a minute why I say the primary sound of that letter. Okay. We also use that sound to identify the letter when we're teaching and talking to one another. What goes there? Well, a ka goes there, or a ka goes there, or a kwa goes there. You know, you can look in the different books and they're going to say this is a aleph and this is a bet or something and this. No. We're going to keep it simple for you. This is a ba, a ga, a da, a ha, a wa, a za, a cha, a ta. So when we explain it, how to spell, it's not, you know, it's not so anesthetic. You know what I'm saying? It's not so European. It's us. We're gonna keep it simple and still be able to what articulate the message we need to. All right. So this is the Assyrian script, and I trust that everybody has that. Okay. You know that was the song I was gonna play at 1 hour at the break, but guess what? We just may not take a break now. All right. We may not take a break. Let's see what's going on right here. I'm gonna get some more juice for the board. I call it board juice, y'all. All right. Now what we're gonna do is what we call the paleo or the ancient script. The paleo or the ancient script. Okay. Those who've been here before know I'm pretty good with this part. I don't know. I just like this. It could be that die that locks me in like that. I'll give you all the names of these here shortly. I'm going to write them down. All right. This is what we have. We have A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, and Ka. All right. Again, let's not get the Cha and the Ka mixed up. One more time. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Cha, Ta, Ya, and Ka. All right? Let's keep going. All righty? Here we go. We got La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. All right? La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. Again, this is the paleo. I've heard some folks refer to the Syrian that's kind of like writing in cursive, and the Paleo like writing in printing in print, like you print your name as opposed to writing in cursive. Okay, this is what I prefer. This is what's is, you know, easy for me to read, understand. I'm not so mixed up on the letters anymore, you know, but it takes some time. We practice this. Okay, while we over here, just like in the Assyrian, in the Paleo, we talk about the primary sounds. We still say the same. This is a ah, this is a ba, this is a wa, this is a pa. Okay, this is an I, and it's also the name. We use it as the name of the character. I want to say letter, but I think it's more proper to say character. You see, I don't know if it is really, if it's more proper, but it's I use that term character. Like an L is a character in the English alphabet. This is the Hebrew alphabet. And the La is a character there. Not an L, or not an M, but a La and a Ma. You see that? Now, what we've been talking about is primary sounds. They got that ah in it. Okay. The only one that doesn't have an ah is the actual I. The actual I. Okay. That's where you don't have that primary I sound. Is the actual character I. It's pronounced I. Now, we have a thing that you'll see in the writing right here. And in some writings you won't even see it. It's just that as you begin to recognize words and you sound them out, you'll know whether it should have been used or not. This is called a connector. This is called a connector. And what a connector does, it softens the sound of the second character. It connects two characters. Here's a wa and a na. And once that connector is put in place, it softens the sound of the second character. Here's a da and a sha. Without that, it would be Qadash. Without this would be LaShawan. Okay? But since this connector is here, what happens is that it becomes, instead of two sounds, dasha or wana, it becomes one sound with the sound of the second character being softened. Here, this instead of wana, the softened sound of the na is as in run or in one. So this is la, sha, one. You see that? One. It's that sound is softened. Here, this is not Qadasha, but it's that sha becomes sh, as in fish, as in flash, as in catch, as in dash. So this is Qadash. You notice we don't have an a vowel sound. It's always a or I. Always a or I is our vowel sound. So this is Qadash. This is LaShawan. Not one is W-O-N or run R-U-N, but one as in W-A-N. Wan. LaShawan Qadash. You got that? So the softened sound of a ba would be bu, you know, ab, right? Of a ga would be ag, da would be God. You see that? If it was a God and a da and they were connected, that would be God. Ha is just silent. That would be da. You see, a wa is kind of like that silent ha. So if it was da, if you saw this right here, That's da, wa, da. But if you saw this, that would be da, da, because this will become silent. It is the softened sound of the wa. All right, the za would be z, the ha would be k, the ta would be t, the ya would be ya. The ya would be kind of silent too. See that? The ka would be k, the la would be l, as in al. Connect this, that's al, al. Ma would be na would be n, sa would be s, I would be I, pa would be p. Tazak, I haven't seen that used as the second. I haven't seen that used with a connector, with it being the second character. Qua would be qu, ra would be r, as in car. Sha would be sh, and tha would be th. Bath, bath. That's how it would be. So it would be bath. You got that? All right, that is dealing with the second sound, the softened sound of a character. Now, let me check and make sure you still got sound. All right. There we go. There we go. And there you have, that's the paleo, or the ancient. That's the paleo, or the ancient. That's the paleo or the ancient. There we go. So we got good sound and everything. Now let's start working on some words. How about that? Let's start working on some words. Erase that. And even though this is a beginning class, we're going to try to use very few, if any, English letters. Okay. The English would be simply for translation. Let's go. We're going to go with salutations and greetings. We're going to say hello. And that is shalom. Shalom. Okay. Say with it, brother. Here we go. Ask the question, how are you? Ma shalom ka. See that? Ma shalom ka. Okay. I'm going to give you two answers to that. This is really how are you or how's your peace? We're going to give you two answers to this, okay? One is Shalom Ya Tawab. Right. You know, I told you that ba would be the B sound at the end. Shalom Ya Tawab. And that's my piece is good. Okay? Or it can be Anya Basadar. I'm fine. Give you a chance to write them down. Someone said, how you doing? Or how's your piece? They could say, Ma Shalom Ya. You can respond, Anya Basadar, Ma Shalom Ya. And how are you? How's your piece? And they might come back with Ma Shalom Ka, Salakia. Ma Shalom Ka. You can answer Anya Basadar, Ma Shalom Ka. I'm fine, and how are you? Okay. Again, I like to encourage everybody, start talking to each other like this. Let's start talking to each other like this. Let's start talking to each other like this. Okay. Make sure you write that down. This is just simple greeting each other. We learn that we learn the blessing to one another, right? We learned the blessing already. Shalom Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatam, and Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatah B'Hashem Yahweh Shah. We've learned that already. Okay. That's the first. So if you can learn that, you can learn this. Shalom, Shalom, Ma Shalom God. Shalom Ya Tawab, or Anya Basadar. Anya Basadar. How about that? Ma Shalom Ka. And how are you? Tawab. Yeah, good. Yeah. You see that? We can do that. We need to do that. We need to do that to begin to speak to each other, even in the simplest of terms, in our older generation. But I guarantee you what's going to happen if we begin to do this more often, speaking in our homes in Hebrew, and we got our children coming up, they're going to get it. They're going to get it faster than we get it. You see, they're going to remember it quicker than we remember it. But if we expose it to them, then they'll always have it. And don't be surprised when we speaking different Hebrew, speaking Hebrew in different homes. When the children come together, you got to ask them what you say, because they'll end up speaking more Hebrew than you. They'll turn it into their language. You see that? They'll turn it into their language, and the children will begin to speak to each other and pass it on. And guess what? You're preparing soldiers and you're preparing daughters of Zion to walk into the reality of being Israelites. You see that? And then they'll become up what? Bilingual. A young brother, he just got raised up to a trooper not long ago. I'm impressed. A lot of questions when he's in class. A lot of questions when he see me about this LaShawan Qadash. I know he got more questions than I have answers. And like we always do, we refer him to the next man over us, somebody better than me that can answer those questions. So I'll seek out the answer and bring it back to him. But the encouragement is here. It's simple. Say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey, I'm cool. What's up with you? You see what I'm saying? Instead of doing that in the English, we won't do that in the Hebrew. We'll do it in the Hebrew. Shalom, ma shalom ka. Anya basadar, ma shalom ka. Shalom ya tawa. Boom. Just had a conversation that quick. We went beyond Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yahweh Shemal Atah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Just that quick, we've gone beyond that. Many of us say those blessings. We don't know what it means. We got it down, we can say it. But we don't know what it means. This way, learning this here, you know what you're saying. Shalom, saying hello. You know that. That's why we say it at the beginning of the blessing. Hey, hello, peace. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. See that? Or Shalom, Yahweh Shema Allah Tha Hashem Yahweh Shah. So we ought to get just as fluent with this here. We need to get just as fluent. Shalom, ma shalom ka. Anya basadar, ma shalom ka. Shalom ya tawa. Shalom ya tawa. Simple conversation. And if you manage to do that, brothers and sisters, you manage to do that, watch the folks around you. You know, I visit into some of them rooms on Clubhouse every now and then. And every now and then, guess what? I run across one of my brothers. I was in one particular room and I saw one of my brothers on there. My time came to speak and say something. So the first thing I'm going to do is what? Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah Adawan. And the brother responded, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. And then the folks said, hold up, what the hell y'all talking about? What y'all just said? You sit up saying, they recognized it. It didn't sound like that Christian gibberish. It didn't sound like none of it. They recognized it. These other black folk who not in the truth, they recognize that as being the language. Said, wait a minute, man. What's that y'all doing? What y'all, you know, what's going on? This takes it a step further. And we want to get used to doing this. We really want to get used to doing this. That's why I'm prolonging, I'm dragging this point out. It is important. It is important. Shalom. Ma shalom ka. Anya basadar. Ma shalom ka. Shalom ya tawa. You see that? It is absolutely important that we learn our own language the best we can and begin in this generation to speak as much as we can so the next generation can speak even more. All right? Y'all got that? Y'all see how it fits together? Give you about 30 more seconds to write it all down. About 30 more seconds to write it all down. All right. We're going to erase that. And again, that's something that's going to be a regular part of the class. If you didn't get it down, I suggest after this is done, go back and look at the replay. Now we know what was that? Okay, yeah. We know that ma is the question of what or how. That's what we say, ma shalom ka. How is your peace? Right? It's also what? How about this? Not shalomka, but shamka, ma shamka. That is, what is your name? So what's your name? Ma shamka. Wrong spot. Shamya. See that? Shamya is my name. So we're going to point out something here, and I'll point this out to make it easier for you to recognize different things. Okay? With the exception of the ya and the ka at the end, this is the same word, sham, which is name. The ka indicates your, you. The ya indicates my. First person singular possessive, my. Second person singular possessive, your. See that? We know this is name. Ka represents your. Ya represents my. Shamya Misha. See that? Shamya Masha. All right, y'all got that? Let's say it again. We're showing possessiveness here. We're showing the difference between your and my. First and second persons. Okay? First being you, as an individual or me as an individual, not as the word you. Second person would be you. First person would always be me. Shamya Misha. My name is Misha. Salakia Mashamka. Mashamka. Excuse me, brother. What's your name? See that? Salakia Mashamka. And there's nothing wrong with that. You see that? Then he'll come out, Salaki Akwa, Mashamka, Akwa, a sister. Ak is brother. You see that? Akwa, sister. Ak is brother. Ban is son. Banach is daughter. So, me being, old as Methuselah, there would be nothing for me to say Salakia Banach or Salakia daughter. Mashamka. But it's all right to say Salakia Ak or Salakia Akwath. Mashamka. What is your name? I know I didn't write it all down, right? Did y'all get that? Are you getting that? Are you keeping up with it? The basic thing here is to start applying things to stuff you already know too. Okay? You're applying some of this to what you already know. You already know Ak. You know it. Already know Akwat. If you've been in the school 5 minutes, these are two words you should be pretty much familiar with. Ak and Akwat. Right. They're spoken in every class. You should know these words. Ak is male, is masculine. Akwat is feminine. You see that? But here, we're just saying, Salakia, meaning excuse me, sorry, pardon me, Salakia. Ak, Salakia, brother. Ma Shalamka. Not my, Ma. Ma Shalamka. Salakia Akwa. Ma Shalamka. Salakia Abba. Or Salakia. Sisters, most sisters will say Salakia Adawan. Ma Shalamka. Excuse me, Lord, what is your name? And that's just the respect we have being Israelites. We automatically tag folks with the handle of respect. They don't have to earn it. We automatically respect people. That's why when one of the generals walk into a room, the first person to see him walk through the door will holler, "Alawap Pinya," and that general is going to be greeted. He don't have to ask for it. I noticed in the ISUPK, most brothers, if they don't know a brother's rank, they will address him as Alawa. And I know if a brother addressed me as Alawan, and I suspect he might outrank me, I said, Salaki, Alawan, what's your rank? He said, 1,000, 5,000, captain. I said, Khan, now I know. And it'd be Khan, Alawan, Khan from that point on. That respect is automatically given. You see, they don't have to earn it. What we have to earn from each other is the ire. The love, the respect is already there. Yahweh Shah, if you say, they know you are of me by the way you love one another, and I'm paraphrasing. They know you are my disciples by the way you love one another. We give each other that love, that honor, that respect always. always. What we have to earn is the ire or the disappointment of somebody else. We don't want to do that. Okay? We don't want to do that. Also, under my Shalom card, you can respond. Anya, Masha. I can respond. Anya. Remember, I am. Anya. Anya is I am. You got it? Anya is I am. Like I said, Anya Masha, which is I'm Masha, brother. Anya Masha Akwa. I am Masha. I'm Masha, sister. Manat, daughter, Bon, son. You got that? Write it down. Give you a few more minutes, then we're going to erase that. Give me 1 second. You got a few seconds to write that down. Brothers, let me give y'all something. Sisters, let me give y'all something too. If I see it in here. I don't see it. I don't see it. Let me do some more research. Sisters already know. That's why I said the sisters will say, Anya Shemayim Alawan. My name is Shemayim. I am Shemayim Alawan. They already know that. You see. So we're going to erase this. We might as well do this one. So much. Shalom, God bless you, my child. Yeah, he came. He said he was calling. He was gonna call you. He took some pictures and everything. So he was gonna call you. So. I was gonna hold up, right? Israel. What we're gonna do, we're gonna clip it right here. We're gonna be back next week. We're gonna pick it up right here. We're gonna pick it up right here. We're gonna say Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shema Al-Tan, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah.
You know why? Because I never saw you before, but you are a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good ship. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword with his